Generally, when we practice something, we feel that, okay, this practice of mine will get me somewhere. Okay, I'm doing yoga now, or I have to work on myself. We often hear that, I have to work on my anger, I have to work. And then we do all kinds of workshops and healings and this and that, and which is what we keep saying, work on ourselves. And I was just talking to somebody yesterday. This is this girl from Bombay. Oh, she's so much into all kinds of workshops, and she's just been to Auroville, and she says now she wants to come to Dharamkot. And she says, I've been so busy working on myself, doing workshops and healings and this and that, and it's a never ending process. So he says, the self, what you seek, that awareness, that consciousness, that being, that presence is wherever you are. You don't need to go anywhere to work on yourself. Wherever you are, that's where presence is. That's where being is. That's where consciousness is. And what do you need to do to get in touch with that being? What do you need to do to become present? Literally speaking, you need to do nothing, because it's only your doing that is keeping you away from this presence which is here right now. Because always thinking I need to do something to be more aware, to be free of this conflicting mind and thoughts. And we are always seeking, searching. Now that seeking and searching can be of two kinds. One kind could be where we are seeking and searching something in the outer world, in terms of, okay, I must do this. If this happened, let me work on this. Let me achieve this, whatever, some materialistic goals or whatever it may be. Another could be, you have these psychological goals. Psychological goals means basically that I want to be free of conflicting thoughts. I want to be free of this state of depression. I want to be free of anxiety. I want to be. So somewhere the mind is constantly in this mode of seeking, 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 searching, searching, searching. Like yesterday, I met a person here in Dharamkot. He's from a place called Alwar. And he said, from the time he was like in his 11th or 12th standard, he's been depressed. And he said, like, I failed in my biology exam or something. And since then, I have I have never recovered from that depression. Now that's so sad to hear. And he said, I've been looking, and then he said that I've read a little bit of Osho, and Osho says, be in the here and now, be the witness. And I've been looking and I'm trying to find how I can. And I've been on pills and I've been on medication, and that doesn't really help. So we met at a cafe, and then we were having um, like we were meeting over lunch. And so he said, I can't even sleep at night. Constantly, I feel like, okay, now I must get sleep. And I don't get sleep either. And I'm constantly wondering now, when will I be free of this state? When will I have a state which will be free of, when I'll have peace of mind? What can I do? So I said, yes, one thing you're already struggling with is the depression and whatever feelings and thoughts come about. And to that, you're adding another commentary, which is like, when will I get free of this? How will I become a witness? When will I have less thoughts? You don't need to add more to that. Already you have a running commentary, then you're adding a commentary on a commentary, which is you're judging yourself and then I also told him that, supposing if you were to accept your state, whatever that state is, whatever your mental emotional state is, what you call depression, you call like a sense of, he could speak only in Hindi, so you're saying, mujhe andar jakad, I feel like as though I'm cramped inside, and something like that. I said, supposing if you were not to resist it, it's fine. Like, okay, you're feeling depressed or you're having thoughts or whatever. You don't have any resistance towards it, which means you completely accept, like, okay, right now, These are the thoughts happening, fine. This is the feeling happening, fine. This, you don't resist it, you accept whatever is happening, and neither do you find or look for ways and means to be free of your current whatever is happening. So that itself will bring about a tremendous, because a lot of the suffering and the pain is simply because I'm unable to accept and totally let go of my desire to change my current situation, current feeling, current thoughts. And once I completely accept it, I said, like, it's almost like I surrender, let go. I don't have to do anything. Whatever is happening is fine. Suddenly, I have experienced a shift happens when we just learn to accept, when we just learn to let go. And the shift is more in terms of, there is no conflict. There is no conflict in our mind that one part of us is experiencing something and another part of us wants to experience something else. And that's where the resistance and that's where the suffering is. That's where the misery is. ठीक है, जो भी अब हो रहा है, it's perfectly fine. I accept it wholeheartedly. And that doesn't mean, it's not a matter of being passive. Sometimes, quite often people misunderstand this wisdom and knowledge. They feel like, okay, let go, acceptance means passive. It's like, whatever you do, you do. Right? Whatever you need to do anyway. Like, even if you were to, I you can experiment with something. Let's say in the morning you say, I will not do anything today. Which means you have no to-do list and nothing. In spite of your mind saying that I have no to-do list today, or not even saying like I will not do anything today, you just have no plans for the day, nothing. No, automatically something will happen. Automatically your body will get out of bed. Automatically your body will, on autopilot, go and brush the teeth, go to the loo, have its bath, eat something. Automatically your body will just listen to what the body is doing and will do its stuff on its own. It's almost like you don't have to get involved in it. The body will do whatever it needs to do. Like, since the time I've come here, um, uh, there's been such a shift from when I came here. I was like in that state, okay, let me find a place over here. Let me start some kind of a wellness center here. Let me lease out some property. Let me collaborate. And then suddenly, after some time, I think all that mind wanting to do, it just kind of dropped. And then just I came into a state of acceptance, like, fine, if nothing happens, fine. I'm just going to be here, go for my walk, just do my evening classes, write something. And then naturally and automatically, some new developments happened where I met somebody and he offered his place for some classes. And then next week, I may be starting those classes. Now I have no clue if someone will turn up or not. I met him. He suggested some design for a poster. I happened to go to Dharamshala. One day I felt like, okay, let me go down. And then I went down, and then the posters got done. And then I came, and yesterday I put up the posters. So it's almost like um, life is just unfolding naturally when we don't sort of trying too hard to control things, trying too hard to do things. Things just are happening on their own. So this wisdom is really about coming into your state of being, learning to become more effortless and allowing things to happen. And that happening is also happens, which means you also do something. That's also a part of that happening.